right, chat. I think we got everything working. So we're back at our old setup. You guys might see, got my lights in the background. I'm back at my giant monitors, which is amazing for multitasking. But yeah, we're back to that. I had a little bit of trouble getting audio reset, so guys, let me know if there's any audio issues or like the music's too loud, too quiet. If my mic is too loud, my mic's too quiet. Chat, let me know, because yeah, it was a bit of a struggle earlier trying to get everything reset to exactly how it is on my laptop. Guten Abend, sehr cooles neues channel design. Thank you, Gecko. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to change things up a little. I actually made this overlay, chat, like months ago, and then I never used it. Kind of regret not using it. It's actually kind of cool. Although I feel like the paintbrush kind of blocks my head a bit, but that doesn't really matter. As long as you guys can see the art. But yeah, today we're going to be working on some little Fortnite sprites. There is like a competition Fortnite's doing right now where you can enter like 2 different sprites, different designs, and they might pick them and put them in the game. So we're going to try it, chat. This one is a Rift sprite, and I honestly think it's probably one of the cutest designs I've come up with so far. And so we're gonna work on making it look cuter and more finished today. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let me get all my layers in order. I got a bit messy. Chat, it feels weird to be sitting here. Wow, that's so cool. If your sprite gets in the game, I'll start playing. Also, welcome, Sarah. Yeah, if it gets in the game, so there's prize money too, which is amazing. Because who doesn't want prize money? But I feel like I was saying to my brother, I was like, bigger than the prize money. Can you imagine having your sprite design in Fortnite? It's like the biggest game. That's like how you know you've made it. So I'm trying not to get too optimistic. But chat, I really wanna... Wait, where'd it go? Alright, Photoshop also, guys. I had to like reset all my presets. And so I'm still in the process of like getting all my presets re-preset. And is also a newer version of Photoshop, which I wasn't running before. And things are a little different. For some reason I just lost the toolbar and I don't know how to get back. That's fine. I didn't need it anyway. Alright, chat, we're just gonna jump into this. I'm just gonna start doing more layers on top. I think we need to work on shading. I want it to look more like glossy, kind of like a little jelly sprite, and then the rift is inside. Right now I feel like it's not glossy enough. Also, I think because I'm always hunched over like a little shrimp when I think I need to move my camera. And chat, here's the thing, guys. I made this cute little chat box that looks like a rainbow paint smudge, I guess. And then you guys are in it, but I'm realizing I can't see all of what you guys are saying. So let me fix that before we move forward. Alright, that's a little better. I'll move you up a little bit. Alright, chat. Oh man, it feels like, I mean, we're only Wednesday, but it feels like it's been already like a week in just 2 days. Like, oh my gosh. Stark, dass du daran teilnimmst. Ich drücke dir die Daumen. Oh, danke, Gecko. Du schaffst das ganz bestimmt. Wird dein Design als NPC im Game sein, oder warum geht es? Okay, so Gecko, there's these little sprites in the game. And each one has different like abilities, and so they're not like, would you call it an NPC? I feel like it's more like a character item, because you can pick them up and use them, and then they'll give you like different character buffs. So I don't know if you'd call it NPC. It's more like an item, but they're all like super cute. I'm like addicted to collecting the sprites. It's been a bit of a grind this season, and the community is a little tired of kind of how like it's become very toxic in trying to collect the sprites, because once you collect them, there's like this sprite extraction area, and when you call in the extraction thing, it alerts everyone on the map like that you're there, and it feels like 2 minutes. It's probably less. It takes a hot minute for the extraction thing to come down, and then in that time you've got to be fighting off people who are trying to get your sprites because they can steal them from you, and you're just trying to like get them in on time. And so it's created a bit of I feel like Fortnite's been like, there's been a group of people who are like really competitive, right? But if you want, you can play the game where you're not competitive. But it feels like they're forcing the non-competitive people to be more competitive, which I don't really love. But I'm doing it anyway. So yeah, that's what the sprites are, and that's kind of where Fortnite's at with the sprites in the gameplay. I feel like there's never been a like more, I don't know how to say it. It just feels like Fortnite's never been harder than it is now. Because like me and my brother, we like to play and just do like the quests, so we're not really out trying to get like player eliminations. So we're more chill players, and now like we're just trying to collect little sprites, you know, like Pokemon, and suddenly we gotta be like as sweaty and competitive as these other people because we're just trying to stay alive and get our little sprints extracted. That's tough because it's already hard, literally. I know, but they're so cute, and like I love the whole sprint concept, so like I'm not giving up on this season, but there's moments where I kind of want to, not gonna lie. All right, let me open a PureRef file that has my references in it for this little guy. Here we go. I think my mouse is starting to break because the middle mouse button doesn't seem to be working like it used to. All right, chat, here we go. Let's do this thing. I think I'm just gonna saturate the edges a little more purple, and then the inside's gonna be cooler. Ich glaube, so etwas Ähnliches gibt es im Battle Royale Modus von Call of Duty. Ja, ja, du hast recht. Ich glaube, ich habe zuvor Call of Duty das Battle Royale zuvor gesehen. Ich habe es nie gespielt. Ich war sehr... Oh, weil ich sehr gerne spiele. Okay, so you've played it before. I watched somebody stream it once. It looked hard. It looked harder than Fortnite. That's I was like, oh, I don't know if I can play this one. I know it's popular. Yeah, but I feel like I'm a little bit torn on this season. Like, I'm enjoying it, but I'm also like this season's gonna be the end of me. I would say I'm a relatively calm person. I don't get angry that often. And like when I do, I'm not like, I don't yell or anything, but like I feel like this season has pushed me to my edge, you know, where I've gotten angry. And I'm like, I really don't love this. I don't like when I'm trying to calm down in the evenings and play a game for fun, getting very frustrated with the game is it's not really good for your mental health. But I'm doing it anyway, so I do it to myself. Alright, make sure you guys can see everything here. I'm doing it to myself, chat. Alright, now I think here's what I'm kind of referencing, chat. Let me show you this picture. There is like a little globe that's in the game, and when you shake it, it'll make your character rift into this like shard thing, and so you'll appear up in the sky. And so it looks like this. So this is kind of the like glossy effect I'm trying to recreate on the Spren. So that's what I'm kind of looking at reference-wise. Do you know when they pick the winners for the competition? I don't know when they pick them, but the deadline is July 1st. So I don't have much time, guys. I don't have much time at all, so we gotta hustle. I've already got a lot of like base ideas down, which is good. Also really cute, if you go on Instagram, I'm not sure if there's anywhere else you can enter them, but you just post them on your like social media with their hashtag. I believe that's how it worked when I was reading the rules. It's fun seeing everybody else's designs, and it's so cute. There's some people who are just like doing it with like crayons and stuff. I'm like, this is what I wanted to see. I do really like seeing like everyone in the Fortnite community get to like try. So I really hope they do pick some people from like artists who, or not even artists, like just normal people. Like I want to see Epic Games take like a cute little crayon drawing of a sprite and make it into one that's in the game. Like I kind of want to see that happen. Granted, like there's a lot of artists who are putting like so much work into it and their art is amazing. Like I'd love to see them get some of their sprites in there too. But I also think it would be nice to have one where it's like, I don't know, maybe like a 10-year-old drew it. And it's like not beautiful, but like the concept's there. Wird es so ein Voting System geben, wo wir dein Design abstimmen können? I don't think so, Gecko. I don't think so. From what I saw, I think they're just gonna pick. I'm gonna have to look at the rules again. If there is, I'll let you guys know. Like, biasly vote for me. But also, you know, vote for other people you like too. I would love to see the crayon sprite. I know that would be cute. I think, chat though, there's gonna be, I could have read this wrong because I was speed reading when it first came out, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I think there's gonna be 5 Spren they're gonna pick total. So it's not just one. So that ups my odds, right? Maybe? I'm hoping. I'm hoping that's what happens. You know, I know what I have. Where's my little, this layer. I want this layer to stay on top. And this layer. This is the glowy layer. Yeah, but I don't think there's gonna be a voting system. Which is, I mean, that might be kind of fun. I wonder if they'll do that in the future. I wonder if they're doing it like where they just pick, because I feel like it will also come down to like the game designers and everything to feel like will they be able to implement the mechanics and the design of the character in time for when they're released? So that's kind of like something I've kept in mind too. Like, try not to do anything too crazy because I realize they have to make it and implement it into the game. But it kind of does make you want to go crazy with some ideas that I feel like I've kept pretty what's what I'm looking for? Nothing too crazy, nothing too out there in design wise. Chat, I don't know if I like this brush. It's a little too heavy. I was using this watercolor brush earlier. I think I like this one better. Imagine that. I prefer a watercolor brush. Also want to get some more textures in here. Wenn Sie sich für dein Design entschieden werden, wir hier im Stream, oh my gosh, like German's terrible day, wir hier im Stream eine große Party zusammen feiern. Ja, ganz bestimmt. Wir sollen ein sehr großes Party feiern hier am Stream. Wenn ich win. Yeah, that would be amazing, chat. We're gonna have a big party if I win. Like, that would be insane. I don't even know what I would do. I think I would just like, I think it would take a long time for that to sink in. I've never won anything in my life. I haven't entered a lot of things either, chat, so let's be fair. But if I won this, that'd be insane. Yeah, yeah, chat, we would have we'll have a party stream. And then maybe we'll do like a gouache version of it on stream. The winning one. That'd be kind of fun. I think I'm gonna add some more blues into this. A little too purple. That would be literally crazy. That's dark enough. I like looking at the reference here. I like how it's like darker at the edge and then a little bit lighter. Gives it a little more depth. Now some of the little friends I had already, I noticed had like kind of like cute, like grouchy expressions. Like they were a little like, they're like tough cookies, you know? And so that's why I kind of wanted this one to look a little feisty. So that's why it looks a little bit angry. We gotta make it a little more serious. Alright, I'm gonna darken this up just so these little shards stand out a little bit more. This design, I feel like they wouldn't have too much of a hard time implementing because they have pretty much all the mechanics already there, which might be nice for them. Let's see. Okay, we need to work on a little bit of the reflections here. I want it to look more reflective. So we gotta build up these mid-tones into our highlights. I think I went a little too crazy with the highlights too early on. I think we need to work on like these little like mid-zones here. Alright, we got try and make this realistic to the shape. Bring this down into the foot a little bit. And maybe a little here in the arm. And then and go a little more blue on this opposite side. Okay, this is such a beautiful song. We gotta do a more serious stream so the music will match. Ich mag die Farben, das dunkle Lila und das sehr helle Blau passen gut zusammen. They do. They're really like pretty. I saw some people were making little sprite characters with their 3D printers, and some had like the filament that's like gradiated, so as it prints it, it does like the gradation. And I feel like, I know I can't like print it transparent in glass, but like a gradiated purple and blue 3D printed one would be so cute. So I might have to try and get my brother to print one, because that would be really fun. If I could do 3D, I would model this and then like texture it, but I do not have the skills for that yet. One of these days, I'm gonna lock it in. Alright, this is looking glossier. It's getting there. Let's go a little bit brighter. A little bit. You know, they have actually some white, very little bit here on the rim. I don't want to go too crazy. I made an electric one that I might work on today too. They're all just so cute. I'm gonna just do a bunch of them and then I'm gonna pick out my favorites, and then I'll post after the competition all the other ones, because I feel like I still wanna show them to people. Alright, now up here, let's make this line a little bit sharper. I think the nice thing is I don't have to worry about the design being too... I don't think it has to be too perfect. Like, it doesn't have to be the most perfect rendered little friend. I think it's gonna be alright if there's some spots that aren't perfect. Because again, like, everybody's entering. It's not like a character concept design competition. It's like low pressure, which I really like. Let's just add a little bit under here, a little more bounce light, and then I'll add a little bit here. I feel like this music is good, but it's not fitting the vibes, chat. Constellations. Actually, that kind of goes with the Rift theme. Alright, I'm gonna change it to, we're getting into some Minecraft music. This one is Rainy Village. Let me know if it's too quiet or too loud. Oh, I like this one. This one's very playful sounding. The weather here is like, you run the air conditioner for too long and you're cold. But it's hot enough that like during the day when the sun's shining, my room is like heating up. So I have to like periodically turn it off for like an hour and then turn it back on for a bit. And it's like getting to be kind of annoying. I'm like, I shouldn't complain. I should be just grateful I have air conditioning. But Mama didn't raise a quitter, she raised a complainer. So here I am, chat. Alright, we just need a bluish purple midish tone to blend a little bit lighter here, I think. I also think we need to implement some darker zones into this. I have a tendency with these, I've noticed, I'm painting them really like light, but if we... Wait, what command was that? Oh, I haven't set it yet, chat. I have a hotkey that I set that changes it to black and white, but I have to reset that one. Rip. Alright, we'll have to use our imagination. That doesn't look good though. I think I'm gonna darken up in here a little bit where the edges would be thicker on the little sprite. And then we'll go back and we'll... That's a little bit too much. Maybe like that? No. It's not. It's always tough when you're working without a reference. Maybe we can do a little something to make these shard lines look a little bit more exciting. Kind of like what's happening here texture-wise. Ich habe eine Idee. Ich werde selbst ein extra schlechtes Design einrichten und deine Chancen steigern. Jo, gute Idee, Gecko. Das wird mir bestimmt helfen. Alright, everyone, we need everyone to go out and make we need everyone to make bad designs. What if I do that? I could do that on like alt Instagram accounts. No, we gotta chat. We gotta do this fair and square, you know? But Gecko, I appreciate it. I appreciate the sacrifice. Alright, this is actually not bad. Kind of like what's happening with the texture here. Just doing a little bit of negative painting. Make it look a little bit more shardy. Is that a word? It is now. Chat, I thought of something fun to do. This is off the topic of sprites. But wouldn't it be fun to do a little calligraphy now that I'm back home and I have my inks here? We could do like a calligraphy stream. We could do calligraphy in like the Roman alphabet, so I could do like I could write stuff in English or German, And then we could try doing some kanji. I would really love to. I do not have like a calligraphy brush, but I think I can make my watercolor brushes work. They're technically like, I think calligraphy brushes, like they're longer, the bristles. And then they have like a tighter point. So it's like they're thicker to hold enough like ink in the top, and then it gets to more of like a point. So you can do really thin edges and then thicker lines. So I'm not gonna have it as nice as if I had a calligraphy brush, but I think we can pull off some stuff with just my watercolor brushes. So we might do that tomorrow or Friday or next week. It could be sometime. But I was thinking about that today. Especially since I think whenever I streamed last week, I was showing you guys my ink. So I was like, oh shoot, I need to use these. And I would really like to improve my handwriting. So this could be my chance. I also have the pens where you like dip them, like, what are they called? Like nib, like a nib pen. I don't know. There's like it's like how pens were originally, where it held like ink up in the, called like the well. Well, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys at some point when we do the stream. And they are really fun. Those are so much fun to do inking with. Sometimes a little tedious, but it's worth it. Okay, this looks cool actually. We're not probably gonna do too much more on this little guy just because I don't want to spend too much time on just one sprint. We gotta diversify a little bit. Alright, let's get a little bit. I'm gonna get like a grayed down blue and just go around the rim here a little to make it thinner. The rift shards are technically, they only like light up along where the, I guess the glass? I don't know if it's glass or what, but where it's broken, so it's not too thick. I think I want to be a little more selective with where I put that light. Just so it looks a little bit more polished. And then I think we're gonna work on the electric sprite because that one has a lot of ways, like, a lot of ways I could take it. I could really simplify it, but I kind of want to make it even more like transparent, kind of like this one, but maybe not glossy, maybe more like a matte transparent. So we're gonna have to see if we can find some references too, because it's gonna be hard replicating that texture. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do something. I'm kind of thinking like, what was that movie? I think it was one of the Spider-Man movies where there was like a villain and he fell into the electric eel tank and he became like, he had like electric powers. And I kind of want to like copy like how the electric looked like under his skin. That's kind of like the vibes I'm thinking for the other sprint. So not as much like glass, more kind of like a skin layer that's transparent. Kind of like that. Ja, alleine schon die Tatsache, dass sich jemand aus dem Entwicklerteam von Fortnite dein Design ausschauen wird, ist doch ein tolles Gefühl, oder? Ja, das wäre sehr, sehr cool. Yeah, for having someone from like the Fortnite team, like actually, they'd have to spend an amount of time looking at my design and then making it into a character. That means they would be looking at it, referencing it. Like, that would be literally crazy. Das wäre wahnsinnig. Ja, wahnsinnig cool. That'd probably be like, I'd get to like the end of my life and they'd be like, you know, Emma, what was your proudest moment? And I'd be like, yeah, well, back in my day, I won the Fortnite. I can't do an old person voice. I won the Fortnite Sprite competition. Fortnite will be on like season 500. I don't even know what by then. Yeah, it's gonna be legendary. So we gotta win, chat. We gotta win. Winning aside though, there are a lot of really good ideas out there already. And like I can't wait to like play the game with these new spren. Or not spren, sprite. I keep calling them sprens because the Stormlight Archive has like sprens. No, sprites. No, sprens. Yeah, sprens in that book. And so I'm used to calling like little sprite characters sprens instead of sprites. And it's just kind of stuck. I've been like using it interchangeably for the past couple days. I'm like, it's not a spren, it's a sprite. So if y'all hear me calling it that, just know it's because I read Joint Archives. How's that looking? I think we're close on this one. We are close. I think I went a little too bright up here on this one. Just gonna darken that down a little bit. Also, chat, do you think we should... Let me grab a darker color here. And I'm gonna use a really soft brush. I'm just gonna darken... Oh, wrong layer. Oh no. I just think I want to darken here a little. And a little there. Let's try some of these blending layers. Don't want too much of this texture to show through. But I do want it to be a little transparent. No, let's keep it on normal. Actually, maybe make the forehead a little warmer. Oh, I don't know, champ. I think I'm overthinking it. Actually, let's go back to our old brush. Let's definitely shrink that down. I think I'm gonna grab a little of this purple. I'm gonna desaturate it just a hair. Just gonna overlay it a little on that section. A little bit there. We're gonna go a little more purple. Oh, that does not look good. Too much texture. Alright, we're gonna re-go over these shards a little bit. Oh, we're into the Horizons album. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna go a little darker down here. Just create a little more contrast in this section. Blend it a little there. Alright, this is looking good. Let's fix the shards up and then move on. Alright, we're gonna grab... It's almost like turquoise. Let's just re-outline this a little bit here. I'm using this brush. It's a little bit more textured than what I did originally. I think this is a good... Let's outline that a little bit. And then we'll go back in with a little bit of white later. Just to give it a little bit more light diversity. And then I almost use like a kind of like chat. When I paint digitally, I'm a little bit all over the place. Like you'll see, I'll be like, oh, we're gonna do highlights, and then suddenly I'm back to like the midtones. I don't really have like 100% set, like I do this step, then I do this step. I just kind of like jump around to what feels like it needs adjusted, and then you just kind of keep jumping to spots until it feels right. which I hope gives it like a more like organic feel. Also, I don't like to work on one place too long. It's good to kind of like change up where you're looking. We're gonna have to fix the eye up there a little bit more. And let's not forget the shards down here. Jetzt gehe ich es an die Detailarbeit. Ja, wir müssen sehr gut auf die Details achten. Also ich liebe immer eigentlich auf die Details zu arbeiten. I don't know why, chat, but I love details. Like, I think it's like goes back to when I first started. I think I told you all before that like I used to paint more like hyper realistic. I wouldn't say I was good at hyper realism, but I was definitely trying to like aim for it. And so when I started to zoom in and do these little spots, you can kind of see that part of me come back out. It's something so satisfying about just getting every little part of the painting how you want it, you know? I have to tell you though, guys, I was looking at a painting that I forgot I did that's hanging downstairs, and it's a butterfly and it's like sitting on a flower, and I was looking at it and it was interesting that like at that time there was a lot of like I was in between, like I was getting really like not want to say really good, but I was getting very comfortable with watercolors, but I also wasn't very good at composition and kind of like selectively changing how a reference photo looked when I painted it. And I think I painted it too much like the reference photo, and so I want to show it to you guys at some point. But it's interesting seeing just how like things have changed. Ein weiteres deutsches Sprichwort, der Teufel liegt im Detail. Oh, I think I heard this one once. Did I pronounce Teufel? Yeah, the devil is in the details. I think we have, is that an English expression? I feel like it might be. I don't hear it too often though. Yeah, that is a good one, and it's so true. Which is why you're probably gonna have to stop me, Chad, if I keep going. Ja, gibt es wohl in English and genauso. Okay, so that is a thing. I'm like, have I? I don't think I've ever really used it, but I think I read it in a book. Alright, we're gonna selectively add some white highlights back into here. And then also a couple spots where the shard kind of like cracks in here. Oh yeah, this is really satisfying to do. How's that look on the other monitor? Oh, I like it. I like it. I feel like this little sprite, I did it again. This sprite I could work on for like ever. But we can't do it, chat. We gotta lock it in. Do what we can and then move on to the next one. Also, everyone, happy official, well, it's not today, but the other day was like the first day of summer. So happy summer, everyone. We made it to probably my favorite time of the year. I really like late spring and early summer. Not too big on late summer though, into fall, because the bugs are terrible. And I don't like bugs. Imagine a world without... I know some bugs are good, guys, but I'm gonna biasly say this. Sometimes I dream of a world without bugs. Please don't cancel me. I just like, I think it's because like I get bit by mosquitoes a lot. So there's that. And I'm scared of grasshoppers. And we get a lot of those, especially heading into the fall. It's just like, you go for a little walk and it's like the plague in the Bible. It's not good. Aber es stimmt auch, ein falsches Pinselstrich bei einem Bild oder einer Schiefer Note in einem Lied kann alles verderben. Oh, verderben. Das weiß ich. Was genau? To ruin is verderben. Oh, it's a new word for me, guys. Hold up. I don't have a pen. I don't have a pen. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember it. Yeah, one little thing though, it can make it off, especially if you're doing portraits. You are very right, Gecko. Yeah. I kind of think I should, you know what I should do? That just reminded me. Chat, I should flip this around. You know how I do that with portraits to see like if it looks weird anywhere? I need to do that. Verderben, to spoil food or to ruin things, projects. Ah, that's a new one for me. I really should write that down, but I don't think I have a pen anywhere. Oh, I do. I've got all my pens. Hold up, we're gonna write this down. Chat, we just acquired some new vocabulary. I'll put it back in the back of the book. Yeah, because I put, here's one I wrote down. Aller Anfang ist schwer. All beginnings are difficult. And this is true. Alright. Dreamscape, hey, welcome! Hey, just saw you. Welcome to chat. We're working on doing some sprite designs for the Fortnite competition. And it's coming along. We're getting a little bit too much into the small stuff. Wonder why? I mean, I'm just starting. I think that might have to do with it. You know, everything takes time. All good things take time. Alright, I'm just gonna write this down. Chat, if you don't know, you guys are new here. I love language learning, and so I'm learning. I've been learning German for a hot minute. I'm also learning Spanish, and I'm learning Japanese, and in the future I'm hoping to learn a lot more. So I'm taking some notes on some new words that Gecko just taught me. But I'm a terrible multitasker. To spoil. Or yeah, chat. All right, we got it. So I don't forget. All right, let's get this little sprint on the way. Sprite, not sprint. Alright, we were putting a few more cracks in here. Trying to get these convincing is actually harder than it looks. Are you taking requests? Not at the moment. But I might in the future. Like stuff to draw or paint on stream. I haven't thought about that. That might be something fun to do. I could do like a special like stream where we just do like requests. That could be interesting. It'd also be a fun challenge because I'd have to like try and like draw or paint things within a certain amount of time that I hadn't planned for. If you guys are interested in that kind of thing, I might just have to do it. I'm gonna have to put on my Nike shoes and do it. Chat, am I getting too close, too zoomed in? Is anyone even gonna notice these details? I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna notice them. That's like one of the biggest parts. Alright, let's make this. We gotta fix the mouth up here a little bit. Oh, I think we need to make that more blue. I'm spending too much time on this. Alright, and then we'll fix the eyes. Let's up the saturation though up here. And a little bit in here. Yeah, we can use some of these dark colors to kind of help exaggerate some of the breaks in the shard. Alright. I feel like the clarity has improved a lot as we've rendered this out more, which is good. I think when we first started, it was like almost too hard to see like the difference between the sprite and then where the shard started. So I think we're cooking. Alright, let's fix up these edges here on the mouth. Not in love with how this looks. Everybody can see all right? All right, cool. Hello, Connie Toons, welcome. We're working on some sprite designs for the Fortnite contest. I don't know if you play Fortnite, but it is a game and they're doing a contest where they're gonna implement the players' submissions, the ones that win anyway. And so we're gonna give it a try and hopefully get this little guy in the game. That would be kind of fun. Just subscribe, thank you. Not really, all good. Yeah, I was saying earlier, like, I feel like this season of Fortnite is really try hard. So if you haven't played Fortnite, now is a good time because like the sprint are cute, but it's also a bad time if you're not into more competitive gameplay. So you've been warned. But if you are into like a little bit more competitive gameplay, then definitely you'll give Fortnite a try. I feel like there's like a lot of I feel like there's hate for Fortnite, but it's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's a good game. They're always changing and adding new fun things. So I feel like hashtag ad for Fortnite. What am I doing, chat? It's a fun game. I like to collect the skins from each season and just like complete quests. Why age it on mobile? But I will give it a try. Yo, chat. Hold up, I can do this. I am terrible with acronyms. I can figure this out. Sometimes I feel like such a boomer. Alright, I'm gonna need a translation for YH. Chat, I'm a boomer. I can't even figure out. I feel like when I was younger, I was better at figuring out like texting and chatting acronyms. But I've like lost my touch. I think it's because I don't text people much anymore. I'm too busy making sprites. Oh my gosh. I think what happened is like my brain just fit in as much as it could with learning languages, and now I just like have maxed out. So I need to like get back into like learning some of like what are people using in English these days? I don't even know. Alright, chat. Let's zoom out. I think I'm gonna add a little white highlights up here in the eyes, but I think we're gonna call it on this one and move to the next one. And a little bit in the corners here. And there. And here. we go too long, I'll start to go crazy. You can only do so much. In fact, it says it's more glossy like I wanted, but it's not too much. It's nice. What do you think would happen if we added a little more? Is that really even necessary? No, it's not. Alright, we're done. This one, it's good enough. We've done all we could do. I'm just gonna screenshot it, put it into my little reference board. So I have the finished one here. Oh, chat, this will be interesting. Let's compare the two. What it looked like before and what it looked like after. Also, don't mind, I'll have text up here for what I wanted its ability to be. Alright, chat, here we go. Right side, before. Left side, after. Honestly, the base was pretty much there, but I feel like it's got more polish to it. Also like that I made the shards more blue. And darker. I feel like it contrasts better with the rest of the spread. Ich sitze hier gerade auf meinem Balkon. Oh, sehr schön. Genieße den Sonnenuntergang und ein kaltes Getränk und schaue deinen Stream. Ein richtig guter Abend. That does sound really nice, Gecko. I heard it was, although it may not be where you were, but I did hear that it was really like hot in Germany the other day. Like got up to 100 degrees. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but I was like, man, that's pretty hot. Is that unusually hot for Germany? I don't know. Okay, that was saved. Alright, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. Gonna do the electric one. Let me take off the text so it doesn't distract us. Got some lightning bolts here. I'm just gonna center him a little bit more. Actually, let me take off the electric bolts. And then, what's this do? Oh, that's like a shadow behind it. I don't even think I want that layer. Alright, we got this little guy centered. So this one looks a little like a Teletubby with its little... So I think what we need to do is make it look a little less soft and a little more sharp up on its a little electric lightning bolt hair that it has. It's like its bangs or something. Ja, es ist ein sehr heiß momentan. Mittags kann man kaum vor die Tür gehen. Oh man. Ist es bei euch auch so heiß? Hier ist es nicht so heiß. Also, wie heißt es jetzt? Gerade ist es fühlt sich an wie 80 Grad, although not Celsius, Fahrenheit, like 80 degrees here. I think with the sun shining, but it's a lot cooler than where I was when I was in like the Midwest visiting my sister. It was like super hot, so like up to 100 those days. But here in like June, it can get to 100, like rare, but it's not too normal. So usually like end of June, we're like 80s, pushing 90s on really hot days. And then into July, then we're gonna get like really like hot. And then August, like July and August are really humid for us here. It's not great. I don't like humidity. It's just, yeah, not a big fan, chap. All right, let's do, I want to work some darker shades. All right, I'm gonna need to like, wait, here's an idea, chat. This is the eyes. These are the, I kind of want to reshape this a little bit. Oops, that's the wrong. There we go. Like, I just think it needs to be a little bit more pointy. I mean, I don't want it to look scary necessarily, but like, you know, not too jarring, but a little bit more electric-like. And we need to like darken up the edges. Also put like complementary colors behind them on these little sprites. Like anything I can do to make my design look more appealing. Doing everything I can, chat. Also, I think we need to bring out this side a little bit. Or, well, let me lower this. I'm gonna merge these layers. Oh, that was the wrong. Merge layers, not visible. Alright, chat, we're struggle busting our way through this one. I feel like I don't know how to use Photoshop. Lustiger Kerl, kleiner Kerl, dass ich, oh my gosh, das bin ich, wenn ich montags früh stehen und zur Arbeit fahren muss. Yeah, honestly, today feels like a Monday. Heute fühlt sich an wie Montag. Irgendwann, some reason. Also, ich hatte Montag und Dienstag? Ich glaube, es ist Tuesday. On Monday and Tuesday, chat, I had a dentist appointment. And then, well, Monday I had like regular dentist appointment, and then I needed a filling, so I was able to go back the day after. But it's just like, I don't care how old I get, I hate the dentist. It stresses me out. And so Monday and Tuesday felt like really long days for me. I was just like, when is this day gonna be over? And then I had to go back, and I was like, please let this just be done. So, not fun times, fam. Alright, I'm just gonna use a symmetry tool. We're close. We just need to move it. No, a little bit more. Is it getting worse? It is. I need to move it the other way, chat. I need, see, let me show you guys. There we go. We're good. Yeah, also, I feel like its eyes just look like it's a little bit shook. It's been through it. This poor little guy's been through it. But I also want the eyes to look a little bit like an eel's eyes, and I think it worked out. Ich habe noch nie jemanden getroffen, der gerne zum Zahnarzt geht. Das musste jemand sein, der völlig verrückt ist. Ja, das stimmt. Yeah, there is, so on the Easy German podcast, one of the people on there, he likes going to the dentist. And I'm like, I would love to talk to him and be like, I think maybe he likes going to the dentist because he doesn't have a lot of problems with his teeth. I don't know. But I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. Like that, it's not fun. I think the biggest lie you're told as a kid is like, although I don't feel like my parents ever said, like, I don't think my mom was ever like she never said she liked going to the dentist, but she would always try to be like, oh, it's not that bad, you know? But now that like I'm older and I still complain about going, she's also like, you know what? I also hate going. And I was like, I wish she would have told me that when I was growing up, because I feel like I wouldn't have felt like such a chicken. Cause like, oh, I'm such a loser, like I'm still scared of the dentist. But here's the thing, Chad. It doesn't matter how old you get. You're gonna be scared of the dentist. Most people will be. Here's the real question though. Are dentists scared of the dentist? That's what I want to know. Chat, if we have a dentist in chat, let me know. Are you scared of going to the dentist? And also, can you do your own teeth? How does that work? Like, if you had the right mirrors, could it be done? I've wondered this for a long time. I have questions and I need answers. Yeah, I've always wondered that. Alright, this... Hold up. Oh, you know what it is? It's this little green layer. We don't need this layer anymore. I don't think I am in love with that. I'm also going to get rid of this glow around the eye. We're going to do that again later. We're also going to fix the eyes a little. These are like, what I had down here when we first started these was a more... It was a more like roughed out design. Not very set in stone. Das frage ich mich auch. Oder gehen Friseur gerne zum Friseur? Ja, das war eine sehr gute Frage. Yeah. I also wanted this. Now, I feel like though, don't you guys think that it would be easier for a dentist to do their own teeth than a hairdresser to do their own hair? Because like, at least the teeth aren't like behind us. Like, how in the world... I mean, I've seen some people who can cut their own hair, like, really well on themselves. But there's, like, certain haircuts that would be, like, almost impossible. That would take a crazy skill, where I feel like for the dentist, it might be easier. I could be wrong. Although, I feel like... Okay, so if you're, like, a hairdresser or a dentist, I bet you know other dentists and hairdressers, and you're probably, like, you know the good ones, like, because either you've worked with them or hung out with them, or like they're in your circle, and so maybe it's not that bad because you're like, oh, I know this person, I trust them, then it wouldn't be as bad. I think I might feel that I might feel better if I knew like my dentist more personally, like if they were someone like you were friends with. Although I feel like I would have a lot of like dental questions and they'd probably get really tired of talking to me. I'd be like, oh, my tooth is doing this. Is this normal? I'd be like, our friendship is not... this does not work for me. Yeah, I'd actually kind of feel a little bad. I'm like a bit of a... what's it called? Like a hypochondriac? People who are like worried about their health constantly. I'm like that, but for my teeth. Not good. Alright, we need to take off symmetry now. And we need to... Actually, we're gonna put it back on. Here's what we're gonna do, chat, because I keep forgetting where the center line is. We're gonna draw one in so I can realign it later. Alright, there's our center. I'll name that layer. See now, guys, my room is getting hot. And I'm like, don't want to get up and turn off my air conditioner. But I kind of need to because my tablet screen gets hot. So it's like I'm working on a warm surface. All right, not bad. We do need to work on more of the transitions. Let's get rid of the electric layer. We may just delete that one and do something totally new. Let's try and blend these a little bit better. I kind of like the idea of blending like in between a little green here. We're gonna blend green into Maybe the blue that's like around the eyes and then back into yellow. I don't know why, but I like this unusual combination of colors. Here we go. You know what this also looks like? I never played it, but it's like the Pikmin, the little Nintendo like garden characters. It kind of looks like one of those. Das sieht echt cool aus. Looks really cool. Thank you. It's coming together. We're getting there. Oh, we're getting there. Let me show you guys. We may not get to it today because this little electric one needs a lot of love. But look at this other sprite. So there's a little like grenade thing you can get in the game. And when you throw it at an opponent, it will make them dance. And so they can't use their weapons against you for that time period. And it's called a boogie bomb. And so I made a boogie sprite. And I gave it disco ball eyes that sparkle. So it's like the rough version of it. But yeah, this one I really love. But there are so many people making sprites just like this one. So I don't think I'm gonna enter it. But I'm gonna make it look good and finish it and put it on my Instagram after the competition. Because I like it. I think it's cute. And if you look at here's what the boogie bomb looks like in Fortnite. Just so you guys can see. And then this is my interpretation. Like, it's cute. Wouldn't it be fun to have one of those like physically and it'd be like a little like nightlight / lamp? Although if the lights were blinking on and off like a disco thing, it could get a little annoying. If it had like a function where it turned all the way on, that might be nice. Then it wouldn't be too... Alright, we need to name these. I just have these layers like in here and I don't know what they are. This layer doesn't even do anything. What's this one do? Oh, that's the electric one. It's electric. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright, blending. Getting a little better here. I do have to say, chat, I was a little frustrated. I was looking through entries last night with my brother, and there were people who were making AI ones. I'm like, that is literally cheating. Like, the whole point is for us to use our brains and come up with something that like means something to us, you know? And like, I'm just like, that totally defeats the purpose. And then there's the people like, oh, but like, I'm not good at drawing. Well, there's people doing it with crayons, like I was saying. It's not supposed to be good. It's just supposed to be fun. Yeah, I was a little salty. So, Epic Games, you better not choose one by accident that was made by AI. Otherwise, your community is gonna cancel you. And I'll be one of those people. Because the whole point is for us humans who like the game to use our brains to create something. I think I went a little too... Yeah, a little more orangey here. Blend here where the hands are. I think we need to darken this. Well, you know what? Hold up. Let's add in that blue I was talking about. I almost feel like the whole design needs a little darker though. Yo, this isn't the right brush. Let's use a softer brush. I think we're gonna go more like airbrush effect here. Oh, I like that. The blue with the... We're gonna have to work on the transition of it to the yellow, but not hating this. And we're gonna make it a little more saturated. Oh, that's a bit much. Alright, hear me out. What if we use like a hot pink right here on the edge a little too? We're almost getting like a rainbow effects, and I don't hate it. I want to have a bunch of little colors kind of blending. That looks cool. Actually, I like it. I like it. We're getting there. We're gonna work our way inwards though. Gonna work our way in. Let's go back to a little bit of back into green. Just ever so slightly. And then transition into that yellow. The hands need a little bit of work. Go a little bit lighter here in the center. And a little bit more. I'm gonna make its forehead a little bit shinier. And tiny bit here on the hands. I think this is working, guys. It's like, it's getting the effects I want, but here's what I'm thinking. I think it needs, I know I was just using an airbrush, chat, but after using that, I'm like, I think actually I want a little texture. So let's go in and find a texture brush that we like, the one that's not too strong. And we're just gonna work on just giving it a tiny bit of texture, but not a whole lot. Some reason I'm missing some of my brushes here. Oh well, we're gonna have to use a new one. I don't know. Hold up. Wait, chat, where was I? Oh, das sieht jetzt noch besser aus. Yeah, it does. Also, Gecko, my German's terrible today. All I can manage today is just like a yes. That's pretty much where my brain's at, chat. So forgive my my terrible German. It's normally a little bit better than this. Yeah, but it's coming along. Chat, we're missing our texture brushes that I normally like to use. A little bit sad. What's this one? That's like a sponge brush? No, that one's not gonna work. Oh, I kind of like that. Hold up. What if? Let's just color pick a little. We're gonna be very, very selective with how we do this because I want it to look like a little bit of the surface, like it's visible. So it's not totally transparent. And then I'm gonna use a soft texture brush to just hit the edges of that. I don't think anyone normal is gonna notice these details, but we're gonna do it anyway. It's a little bit here. I feel like it's giving it a little bit of depth, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe yes. We don't want to go too crazy. But just enough. Also for the mouth, I think we need to do something to make the mouth look a little bit. Alright, so here's with, here's without. And here's with. And here's without. Not a giant difference. Not huge, but you know what? It's the little things. It's the little things that make a big difference. I'm just gonna go through with a little, like a dark browny red orange, I'm thinking. And I want to kind of smooth in a little bit here. Let's use our watercolor brush again. And we're gonna go back up to a little bit of this here. Alright, I'm not sure how much more we're gonna go today though, chat. I don't think we're gonna get to the boogie one. We might work on that tomorrow if we don't do calligraphy. I don't think I would have painted something like this for any other reason. So it's kind of interesting how, like, you end up doing things you never thought you would when you're doing like weird contest things. All right, I do want to take a bright yellow up here through a lightning bolt. Now before, I had like electric running through it. Is that even necessary anymore? Oh, I got an idea, chat. What about this? We're gonna do very subtle. It'll be electric like in this zone here in the head, but it'll be like electric strikes that kind of like look like they're shaping out a brain. Does that make any sense? I don't know. But it's like its little brain will all be electric inside. All right. It's gonna be subtle. It's not gonna be super obvious. Do I have this on a separate? I do. Let's try out some of these blending modes. Boy, I like overlay. I think that's really cool. Oh, hey, the wind! How you doing? Welcome. Okay, wait a minute. My computer made a sound. Chat, let me know. Is everything still running? I think it is. But the wind, we are working on some sprites for the Fortnite competition. I don't know if you play Fortnite, but that's what we're doing. And hopefully we'll win. If not, it's not the end of the world. But it'd be really nice to win, because then this little spren that I designed could be in Fortnite, which would be literally wild. Like, that would be so cool. Ah, you're speaking English. Are you learning by chance? Oh, I thought you were talking to me, the wind. Oh, you're good. I mean, I'm good. Or I'm not good. I don't know what I am, chat. My brain's like flying everywhere today. I don't have like ADHD tendencies normally, but there are certain days where I just feel extra scattered. Alright, this is really, really subtle. Like, really subtle. I don't know if like anyone's even gonna see this from a distance, because look at this, chat. Not really seeing it. Which means I could either, one, darken up the back, or just be like, you know, actually, if someone notices these details, cool. If they don't, not the end of the world. This little design feature is kind of an afterthought anyway. just gonna soften that edge there a little bit. Let's also try maybe a thinner brush that's not transparent. And we'll just hit some of the edges here on these lines I made. I realized I wasn't using like the brightest white I actually could. I actually could be doing brighter. Alright, and that comes to center here. Actually, let's darken this down a little bit. First speaking German. Yeah, Gecko's been teaching me, which has been amazing. Yeah, also Gecko, thank you so much for translating everything. That's been really nice. I really appreciate that. I know that takes like a whole extra step. I really do appreciate that. It's really nice. To see, now what I need to get better at though is like translating what I say back in like English. Like, I need to get better at that, chat. I think sometimes I get lazy. Like, chat, I'm thinking what do you guys think? Should I try add more highlights? Depending, all right, here's the problem. These yellows are really bright, and depending on your monitor, you may not even be able to see the difference. Let's zoom in really close. I'm just gonna leave them there. I don't think it makes or breaks the design, so we're just gonna roll with it. And then let's fix up the eyes, the mouth, and then I think we're good on this one. We are good to go. That's that layer. Here's the electric that was in it. We're gonna take that out. And eyes. I want to do something a little more. Here we go. Also, what happened to music, chat? Oh, we made it to the end? All right, we gotta restart. Let's listen to... I really like that one Minecraft song, The Rainy Village. Let's listen to this one again. Yeah, that one I think is good. And then also I like... I'm gonna reorganize these. I like Winter Tundra. That one's good. Sieht echt richtig cool aus mit dem Hirn-Effekt. Oh, with the visible brain, yeah. Oh my gosh, I was like, Hirn, was bedeutet das? Dann plötzlich hatte ich es wieder erinnert. Chat, I need to... So I started, I started a new, like, deck, like, flashcard deck with vocabulary, like, German vocabulary. But, like, when you start the deck, it starts you out at, like, level 1. So, like, I don't know how I can fast track it to some harder ones. But it's, like, only teaching me, like, the really, really basic vocabulary. And I'm thinking I need to find a harder deck. Because, like, unless I am, like, reading every day, which I don't do in German, I think I'm not gonna be able to, like, maintain my vocabulary knowledge. It definitely helps, like, getting to, like, talk to you guys on stream. But I feel like I could be doing better, you know? Actually, let's recolor this all in. We're gonna redo this. Kind of like this texture better. Alright, then we're gonna go green. Here. You guys both, like, learn languages. Although Gecko, I mean, your English is, like, perfect, so I guess you might not be studying that anymore. But, like, what do you guys like to use / used to use to study languages? I'm always looking for, like, a new program or an app or a website, pretty much anything to try. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. Also, maybe free recommendations. Because there's like a couple paid ones that I'd like to try right now, but I just can't seem to get myself to... I'm like, no, I can do it without. I'm one of those people. Although one time I did get, for learning Japanese, Wanikani, I got a year of that. Sorry, I have to go in 20-ish minutes, so I'm sorry. No, you're good. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. It was good. Good seeing you. We're probably gonna be doing... What are we gonna be doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, we're either gonna be doing calligraphy, or we may do that Friday. Or we're gonna be working on the sprites again. So I don't know what you'll be doing, but... We will be back. Ich habe in der Schule mal Spanisch gelernt. Oh, sehr cool. War aber nicht besonders gut darin. Japanisch möchte ich auch unbedingt noch lernen. Ein Buch Kanji schreiben zu lernen habe ich schon. Oh, sehr gut. Yeah, Spanish is hard. Spanish pronunciation is really hard. I feel like enough people don't talk about that. But I really want to learn, like, get my Spanish better. Because the grammar is like pretty easy for me to learn, but I'm actually struggling the most with Spanish pronunciation, which is kind of funny. I thought it would be like the opposite way around, but I guess I wasn't probably paying enough attention to how Spanish sounds. Because Spanish is so pretty, just like especially like rolling the R's, like, it sounds so cool. But yeah, also Japanese, we're getting there. I have an easier time pronouncing Japanese words, but I feel like I'm not very good at like the pacing yet. I still have to get a better feel for that. But the reading, kanji, oh my gosh, chat. If you don't know, I'm dyslexic and like I already struggle to read in English. And so the kanji are definitely throwing me for a bit of like a curveball, but we're gonna conquer it at some point. I think I'm up to like, I know some N3 kanji, but I'm mostly like N4. Oh, you're dyslexic too? Let's go, yo, dyslexics unite. Yeah, I mean, I'm not happy for you that you're dyslexic, but I'm happy we can be dyslexic together. Oh man. Yeah, I keep saying I want to get my Spanish better, and then I never do anything to like study more. I really need to push myself. Because I know once I get to like a certain level, it'll be easier. And then it'll be just like a matter of time for mastery, kind of like with German. Man, you have to be dyslexic. Chat, that came off wrong. It did. Oh man, yeah. At some point, I'm gonna lock it in and I'm gonna do some proper studying for Spanish. Right now, I'm just using Duolingo. Ja, die Basics von Spanisch sind leicht, aber alles darüber hinaus ist echt schwer. Ja, das habe ich herausgefunden. Also, ich habe Spanisch auf Duolingo für, glaube ich, fast 4 Jahren gemacht und ich kann die Sätze auf Duolingo sehr gut lesen und hören und ein bisschen verstehen. Also 50-50 konnte ich verstehen. Aber wenn ich in der Alltag Spanisch hören, kann ich fast, glaube ich würde sagen, ich kann gar nichts verstehen. Also lesen besser als hören. Yeah, but chat, my Spanish is terrible, and so Duolingo is not fantastic for explaining grammar. And so I have to say I cannot understand spoken Spanish at all. Unless it's spoken really slow, like they're talking to a baby, then it's like 50-50. And then with reading, I'm okay with it. But yeah, Spanish is not my strong suit yet. But I've only been using Duolingo because I wanted to test, guys, how far I could get fluency-wise with a language only using Duolingo. So it's been interesting to see like where Duolingo has its strengths and definitely weaknesses. So We'll see. Kind of off topic, but what would you two think? Wait, would you two think I have ADHD? My dad has it and my sister has it too. That's highly possible. I'm not a professional, but don't they say that like some of that stuff is passed on genetically? Not always the case. I don't know if I have it though. Yeah, I mean, I think you have to get like, there's like you have to get a professional to like test you, right? There is like, I don't know if that's something you can do online. And I think, you know, even with dyslexia, I think you have to have someone actually certify you that you are, but like my dad's dyslexic. Almost all my siblings are dyslexic. So I'm like, I don't know if I need to be, oh, like diagnosed. Yes, that's the word. Thank you. Thank you, the wind. Yeah. So I'm not sure. You could be. Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting, like, if you can, like, I don't know if your insurance covers it or if you can afford it, but maybe go and see if you can get tested and like see if they can diagnose you with it, and then you'll know for sure. Because that's always helpful to know exactly. But I feel like I read somewhere where like they say like if your parents have it or whatever, like odds are you will too. I haven't like been diagnosed with OCD, but my older brother has, and I like have a lot of the same like OCD struggles that he has. Not the same, but similar in certain areas. So like I'm not like officially diagnosed with OCD, but like I realized that like I have OCD tendencies. I don't know if that makes sense, but like it also runs in my family, and so I feel like maybe like it got passed on. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works, chat. I am not a professional by any means, so everybody take everything I'm saying with a huge grain of salt. I was diagnosed with my dyslexia, however, I think I do have ADHD myself without having to get diagnosed. Since you said the thing about genetics, not to mention it would be weird if I didn't have it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but I feel like, all right, chat, this is the beauty of like, I feel like the generation we're in, there's a lot of really good like professionals who are like counselors, psychiatrists, you name it, and they specialize in either like ADHD, OCD, depression, you name it. They all have like YouTube channels, not all of them, but a lot of them have YouTube channels. Definitely look for those. People who are actually like certified, make sure they're legit and they do it professionally. And try and like, I don't know, if you don't have the money or like the resources to get to a counselor or therapist, definitely check out the professionals on YouTube, because there's a lot of people I like to watch too. I can't think of all their names right now, but there's a lot of like helpful resources on YouTube already, so it's a good place to start. And then also like I like watching a lot of those mental health videos, because you kind of like, you can pick and choose instances where like, well, maybe that doesn't apply to me, and then maybe some things will apply to you. So make sure you keep that in mind, that like not everything they say will apply to you. And so you don't have to be like, oh, I have this, so that means I have to have all this. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's lots of really like helpful people out there, which I really appreciate, because you know, everyone can either afford or get to a counselor or someone to help them figure out their mental health. And so really appreciate those people. Also, 1 second, let me rejoin stream. You're good. We'll see you on the flip side. Oh wait, I shouldn't draw on that layer. Hold up, we're doing the eyes. We're doing the eyes, chat. Why am I going up there? All right, let's fix the mouth. The mouth doesn't look fantastic. It needs, what's it need? A little more color. Okay, back, welcome back. Yeah, I could try and add a little more color in here. And then I think we're gonna have to say we're done with this one. That's what we're gonna have to do. It looks like a lightning bolt. I think. Actually, chat, it looks a little crooked. Ooh, there we go. This is why I love digital art, guys. You can't do that in real life. You just can't. Alright, let me turn my fan. Do I have it on? Yeah, it's on. Digital art does have its benefits. They're kind of hard to deny. It's like, how nice is it you can just like quickly transform something. Also, I keep leaning at it. Y'all ever see those memes where they're like, why does my back hurt? And then it's like how I sit all day and it's like a little shrimp at a desk. It's like, I feel called out. Like, that's literally me. Like, yeah. This explains a lot. Alright, we got a little more color in here. A little more vibrant. But a little bit yellow back in. And then we need to add green, like we did before. Yeah, but backtracking, guys. It's now officially summer. Do you guys have any fun summer stuff you like to do? I feel like I'm gonna try to go on walks more. Which I started doing in the spring, but even more, I feel like I want to try and get outside. Loves my message won't show on your stream. No. I don't know why it does that. I haven't been able to figure that one out. And then I thought I fixed it. And then it didn't end up fixing it. At some point I'm gonna figure out how to fix that. I've been streaming for a while on YouTube and I still honestly don't understand all of the features and settings. I might need to watch like a tutorial that breaks down all the setting stuff. That way I can like optimize chat to be the best. That way everything works. I'm gonna see if it can work if it's in a different language. Yeah, give it a try. Give it a shot. Ja, ich erwische mich auch immer dabei, wie ich so nach vorne gebeugt am Tisch sitze, dass mein Rücken wehtut. Yes, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's hard to. Everyone says the like, oh hey, Frosted Dragons, let's go. Welcome. We're doing sprites for Fortnite. There's a competition and we're gonna try and enter. We're also talking about how we all have a tendency to like sit at our desks hunched over like little shrimp, and then we all wonder why our backs hurt. So that's catching you up on where we're at. Super important stuff is happening here. We're really talking about the important stuff in life. How are you doing today? You know, I'm doing good. I was like super tired this morning, but since I started drawing and working on these little sprites, I feel like my energy has come back. Also, I feel like this music's good, but this one is a little too serious. Let's get some like chill Minecraft music going again. I feel like that's the vibe I'm feeling today. Oh, it's hailing where you live? Oh my gosh. That's not good. Yeah, so storms. Hailstorms are scary. The dragon, the wind, the gecko, and the artist. Sounds like a new cool anime. It low-key does, actually. Cat, do I need to learn how to animate finally, and then make like an anime Oh, it's not working with the wind. I don't know why it's doing this. I'll try after stream. I'm gonna look through settings and see what I can do with chat. Something may have gotten turned back on when I switched PCs. A post to my channel. Also, I can't stay long. My phone's gonna die soon. No. Well, thank you for stopping by, Frosted Dragons. I hope that you're safe from the hail and that it doesn't damage any of your house or your car. Because that's always can happen. Okay, that works. Look there. It seems like it's working now. Okay, I think it... Are we back on track, guys? Is chat functioning? I always have tech problem. I'm gonna do a little bit of red here. Should I make the mouth glow more? Kind of looks a little funny. It doesn't, it's just how I worded it, and it was very obvious, so it's not fixed. Oh, interesting. That is interesting. I don't know what it's doing then. I think we need to add more green? Maybe more blue. I think there's too much red. Although we do want the mouth to be defined so we see it. Let's zoom out. I'm just not feeling what we have here with the mouth and the eyes. Maybe we darken the blues. Chat, let me see. Maybe there's something I can do now. So the wind, is it like just not posting some of your chat messages? Is that what it's doing? Okay, let me make sure I did not just crash stream. Yes, okay, weird. This is probably risky. I'm just gonna lower the moderation a little bit on chat. Let's see if that makes a difference. You didn't crash stream, yay! It's like it opened another tab. I was like, is that supposed to happen? Wait, which window is this? I don't think I need this window open right now. Make sure we got everything going here. No, it's just having technical issue after another here on stream today. Is it working now? Please work. Alright, chat. We may have fixed it. Alright, let me check. Alright. Thank you, the wind. While we wait, we're gonna work on making the mouth a little lighter. I don't want it to be too dark. Let's sample the orange we used here and run it around the edge a little here. I think I just went a little too dark. So it looks a little bit... Nope, didn't work. Oh my gosh. Why is it being this way? Let me think. Why would it have changed? Why would it not be working now? All right, let me go back to this. Let me see what we can do here, chat. Let me pull you up so I can still see what you guys are saying. Oh, where is that window? Here it is. And chat is here. Let's see. Comments on. This is chat. It should be. I don't know what it would be blocking it. I just gotta put the message in Wingdings ATP. Is that like the little I don't know what they're called, but the little side bracket things? Yeah, I really don't know why it's not working, the wind. I like fixed the moderation thing and it doesn't seem to have made a difference. It could be YouTube's just having issues? Oh, at this point, thank you. Oh my gosh, I literally can't acronym. I'm sorry. Oh my word. I think it may just... I may have to like restart stream, but we're like coming here to the end. So maybe, is this a sign that I should probably call it for today? Stream's being a pain. Okay, the eyes look better. The eyes look better. Now the stream is being slow. Okay, chat. Hopefully this also comes through, but here's what I think is happening. I think our internet might be dying, so I think that's what might be happening. It actually might just be my internet, which really sucks. I don't know. It doesn't say. Actually, it says my stream is the stream quality is excellent. Of course. Let me know if you guys can still hear me, but I think we're just gonna have to end stream for today. I'm hoping it's just my internet and we don't have this issue tomorrow. I am gonna work on... I might have to change some settings in OBS. That could be it. That's like the streaming software I'm using. It's better? Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, chat, but I think we're just gonna have to call stream for today. And we're gonna hope for a better tomorrow. I don't know what to do with chat. I changed like some settings, but they didn't seem to do anything. I think maybe just like restarting stream may fix it, but we're already going on like 5 here, so I'm starting to get hungry. So I should probably call anyway and get some food. But chat, we'll be back tomorrow. Guys, it's always good chatting with everyone about art and random stuff. I feel like we did some pretty good progress on these little sprites. Let me show you guys before we leave what this little electric one looked like before we started working on it, just so we have a little reference here of what he looked like. Here we go. This was before, and oh shoot, there it went. This is after. I'll be watching again tomorrow. Okay, sounds good, Gecko. I'll see you then, and maybe I'll see you too, The Wind. And anybody else, we will be back probably around the same time, maybe a little bit earlier at the beginning, because today took me forever to get stream going, because it's the first time I've like done it again on this PC. I'm gonna stop trying. Okay, sounds good. The Wind, I'm hoping it works better tomorrow. If not, we're gonna have to figure something out. I might have to ask one of my brothers to help me problem solve this. Das sieht alles echt richtig gut aus, was du bisher gemacht hast. Danke, Gecko. Everybody, we came, we saw, and we conquered, I think. I'm thinking calligraphy tomorrow, but if not, we're gonna work on sprites again. And we'll work on the disco one. I'll try to be here tomorrow if I can. Sounds good. Everybody have a nice rest of your Wednesday. And yeah, today's Wednesday. Yeah, everyone have a nice rest of your Wednesday, and I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. Thanks for everybody for coming, and until next time, everyone, keep on creating. Bye, everyone.